Indian companies have significantly impacted the presence of Chinese two-wheelers in the African market through strategic competition, innovation, and understanding local needs. Over recent years, the landscape of two-wheeler sales and manufacturing in Africa has shifted, with Indian firms emerging as dominant players, effectively challenging and sometimes displacing Chinese brands. Indian manufacturers like Bajaj Auto, TVS Motor, and Hero Motocorp entered the African markets early, leveraging their extensive experience and cost-effective manufacturing. Bajaj, in particular, established a strong foothold in countries such as Kenya, Nigeria, and Uganda, offering affordable, durable, and fuel-efficient two-wheelers tailored to local conditions. Their focus on affordability and reliability resonated with African consumers, especially in rural areas where transportation options are limited. Indian companies adopted aggressive pricing strategies, often undercutting Chinese competitors. Bajaj, for example, introduced models like the Boxer and Pulsar, which were not only affordable but also easy to maintain, with widespread spare parts availability. They also localized manufacturing and assembly processes, reducing costs and improving supply chain efficiency. This local adaptation allowed Indian brands to offer better after-sales service and develop a loyal customer base. Indian firms invested in research and development to customize products for African consumers. They introduced models with higher ground clearance for rough terrains, larger fuel tanks for long-distance travel, and simplified designs for easy maintenance. These innovations gave Indian brands an edge over Chinese counterparts that often offered more generic models, less tailored to local needs. Indian companies built extensive distribution and after-sales service networks across Africa. Bajaj, for instance, established numerous dealerships, spare parts outlets, and service centers, ensuring customer satisfaction and brand loyalty. This comprehensive support system was less developed among Chinese brands, which often struggled with after-sales service, leading to customer dissatisfaction. Trade policies and tariffs also played a role. Indian firms benefited from favorable trade agreements within regions like the East African Community, EAC, and the Southern African Development Community, SADC, boosting their competitiveness. Conversely, Chinese companies faced higher import tariffs and logistical challenges, making their products relatively more expensive. Chinese brands such as Lifan, Jialing, and Zongshen entered Africa with aggressive marketing and low-cost models. Initially, they gained market share due to their lower prices and global supply chain efficiencies. However, over time, issues related to quality, after-sales support, and durability emerged, which affected their reputation among African consumers. Chinese companies faced criticism over product quality inconsistencies and difficulties in establishing reliable service networks. Many African consumers experienced frequent breakdowns and challenges in sourcing spare parts, leading to decreased trust. Additionally, some Chinese brands struggled to adapt their models to local conditions, limiting their long-term competitiveness. As Indian companies strengthened their presence, Chinese brands lost market share. Indian firms' focus on quality, affordability, and customer-centric services helped them outperform Chinese competitors in several African countries. Reports indicated that Bajaj alone controlled a significant portion of the two-wheeler market in countries like Kenya, Nigeria, and Ghana, effectively reducing Chinese market share. In summary, Indian companies have effectively challenged Chinese two-wheelers in Africa through strategic localization, competitive pricing, product innovation, and extensive service networks. Their focus on understanding local needs and building reliable supply chains has led to a decline in Chinese market dominance in the African two-wheeler segment. This shift underscores the importance of adaptation and customer focus in competitive markets. To stay updated on Africa's market developments and more insightful analyses, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join us to explore more on how global trade and local industries evolve.